Before time began, there was the Bay. We know not where he comes from, only that he holds the power to create worlds and fill them with over-the-top action scenes. That is how our race was born. For a time we lived in harmony, feeding off the racist jokes and crappy characters. But like all great franchises, some wanted it dead, others did not. And so began the war. A war that ravaged our fan base until it was consumed by mediocre toys, Chinese propaganda, and the countless videos on the failures of Transformers 5. And the Bay was lost to the far reaches of space. We scattered across the galaxy, hoping to find the Bay, searching every star, every world. And just when all hope seemed lost, a message of a new fan drew us to an unknown human named Isaiah. But we were already too late. Hello there. When I was 12, around 2016, 2017, my family was up in Costa Rica for a wedding. My mother wanted to see if me and my cousins were interested in seeing this movie that came out in 2007. It's a little Paramount flick you might know of. It's called Transformers. As the hyperactive 12, 13-year-old that I was, I of course said, yeah, I'ma watch a movie about big cars going big boom on a big road with some big robots. So me and my cousins all sat around this 10-year-old computer, running at a maximum of 10 frames per second, and with English subtitles on because I couldn't understand half of what people were saying in Spanish. I still don't. We watched what I thought at the time was, and I quote from my script here, the biggest, baddest, and most amazing film of all time. And this movie, Transformers 2007, is headed by one of the most infamous directors of all time. The subject of this video, Michael Benjamin Bay.
My job as a director is I get to dream for a living.
We need ideas how to stop the terrorists. An 18-wheeler spins out of control and it's all like brush in this huge tanker full of dynamite.
So I'm lazy and I don't want to write a script, so I'm just going to go off the Wikipedia article. Michael Benjamin Bay was born February 17th, 1965, and was raised by his adoptive parents, Harriet, a bookstore owner and child psychiatrist, and Jim, a certified public accountant. He was raised Jewish. His grandfather was from Russia. His cousin, Susan Bay, is the widow of Star Trek actor Leonard Nimoy, Sentinel Prime, and Galvatron. His interests, films, and an incident during his childhood where he strapped firecrackers to a toy.
He started out with George Lucas, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to hear any of that. So the guy's done a lot of movies, and he's had a couple of awards. He won the Saturn Award for his contributions to the 1999 winner Armageddon. He was the 1995 winner of the Outstanding Directorial Achievement in Commercials for California Milk, of all things. And then this guy has won a Razzie for every single Transformers movie except for the first one. Razzie Award 2010, Worst Director. Razzie Award nominee 2012, Worst Director. Razzie winner 2015, Worst Director. And 2018 he was the nominee for Worst Director. I wonder who won that year. Let's search that up. There's a YouTuber that I really enjoy watching. His name is Phil Mento. Go check him out. But his description of Michael Bay's style is extremely simple, and I just wanted to put it on screen for you guys right here. That's literally what he does. It's the funniest thing ever. It's the perfect description of what Michael Bay does. So rather than concentrating on the first two, which would be a little awkward, let's talk about the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest aspect of Michael Bay's films. It's big booms. So like in the age of the NFT, instead of going all digital, Michael Bay said, fuck it, let's go practical. And 80% of the time, he got what he wanted. You want an exploding ambulance? You get your damn exploding ambulance. You want people jumping out of planes in squirrel suits in the middle of downtown Chicago, flying? Yeah, you get those squirrel suits. You want to build a giant practical set of an actual building to scale collapsing over with dozens of people inside of it falling off. Yeah, he's gonna make that too. This dude is insane. The reason he does this is to create more depth, to meld and mesh CGI with reality, to create the perfect combination of the two. You can compare and contrast scenes from Marvel and Bayformers, and while they're two completely different series, if you just look at their action scenes, the difference in CGI quality is night and day. Michael Bay uses his CGI and his practical effects to such an insane degree that, like, its quality is immaculate. No, that his quality is immaculate. You wouldn't see it anywhere else. So Michael Bay's style is evident, but just to highlight a couple more things that he does in most of his movies, I'm just using the Transformers movies as examples, is big explosions, often in slow motion with people running away in the background, destruction of famous locations and landmarks, two male leads who have arguments, trivial discussions, or are trying to constantly one-up each other. I don't want to bring up Age of Extinction because it's shit, but, like, I mean, here's an example, I guess.
How old are you?
20.
She's a 17-year-old girl. So we can work this two ways. One, I punch you right in the mouth and you call the police on me.
Dad.
Or two, I just call the cops on you because this is illegal. She's a minor.
We're protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws.
We dated for a little while. I was a sophomore and he was a senior. It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
We've got a pre-existing juvenile foundational relationship. Statute 2705-3.
What? Texas statute? That a real law?
Yep.
Romeo and Juliet, huh? You know how those two ended up?
You can also say that the films often use a U.S. president giving a major speech before a major action is to be committed.
Achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff Apollo.
Usually they also have the token black character for comic relief, and they're usually in like 1 or 2 scenes as well. They're not in like the full movie.
Gentlemen, Bobby Bolivia, like the country, except without the runs. How can I help?
Well, my son here is looking to buy his first car.
You come to see me?
I had to.
That practically make us family. Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Sam.
Sam, let me talk to you. Sam, your first enchilada of freedom awaits underneath one of those hoods. Let me tell you something, son. A driver don't pick the car. The car pick the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. Son, I'm a lot of things. A lie's not one of them. Especially not in front of my mammy. That's my mammy. Hey, mammy! Oh, don't be like that. If I had a rock, I'll bust your head, bitch. Say, man, she deaf, you know?
They use shots of aircraft, usually helicopters, landing behind a setting sun. His movies also often feature a slow motion shot of an object crashing into or tumbling towards the camera. You can also never forget the intense slow motion action shots. Ooh, this one's a really good one. The shot spins around the characters as they all look up and stare at something that's way far in the background. The one thing that I really think is a big part of Michael Bay's movies is just the way that the characters interact with each other. Michael Bay's style is very distinct in the way that it kind of shows basically every negative aspect about human society. So they basically hate each other. Like, it's every second there's someone yelling at another person.
And peace.
Listen to it.
Who is? Shut up, Grandma! What are you doing here?
Just give me a break, will you?
Grandmama, drink your prune juice!
Complete and total lack of anything resembling warrior discipline. He's like a child.
This child is about to kick your ass.
He brings us shame. Smartass.
What's the matter with him?
Am I the lone sage who sees through this puppy dog eyes act? It's beneath you.
Yes, I've been waiting for them all to dispatch each other.
Why we still listen to you, little punk ass? I mean, what you ever done for us except ding my rib? Kill Megatron. How about that? Well, he didn't get the job done, you know what I mean? Because he's back now. You scared? You're scared to get your ugly face off. I'm ugly. Well, we twins, you stupid genius. Get off. Now, change your face around. Get all up in that ass. Bring it. You like the way that feels? That ain't hurt. You got that, don't you? I'm getting up. I'm getting up. Let's go. rude.
Okay, sir. You better have insurance.
Insurance? A freaking spaceship. You go get insurance on a freaking spaceship. Good luck with that, buddy. Your car? Huh?
Sweetie, hand me my alien gun.
Trust your dad.
Thank you for watching my video on a director that sucks ass but makes good action movies, so I like watching him. Like and subscribe, or otherwise Devastator will suck you off.